Okay, guys, what's up? Okay, so Hive just announced an update. Well, they didn't just announce it; they recently announced that they're releasing a new update. Um, well, working on it, and there's a lot of things people are talking about, like a new hub and new lobby, etc. But that's not what I want to focus on. Okay, the thing I want to focus on is Hive said they're going to be changing Treasure Wars, and they said it's going to be a big change too. Now the thing about that, right, is I CubeCraft just had their big Egg Wars change for 1.20, and we saw how that worked out. It was trash. Like, everyone hated it. Everyone was giving shit. Everyone would say, like, people who played CubeCraft for literally years said they're gonna go move to Hive because of this one update. If they don't, like, go back, CubeCraft is literally getting pinned up against a wall saying change it, or we're literally going to play literally any other server. So once you see that, and the Hive is now like planning to change their main and biggest game mode. Now they didn't put too much details. All they said is that it's A, big changes, and B, that it's an old game and it desperately needs changes. Now I don't really play Treasure Wars that much, but I don't really need to, because I know a fundamental fact that people who play Treasure Wars a lot, and the people who are going to care the most are the people who play it every day, and the people who kind of grind it. You know, those are the people who it's going to affect the most and are going to actually care the most. Those are the type of people who, if it's a really bad update, they're going to be all up in arms about it. You know, the person who plays once every now and then isn't really going to care that much, you know. And that's the problem. That's the thing. When you make a big change to a game, it is extremely risky. Like, it is like borderline like flipping a coin. Okay, like, yeah, if you know what you're doing, then you'll be fine, but it's really hard to like predict what players are gonna like, because sometimes players just genuinely prefer just no change. Like, even if the change is better, they're just gonna have that nostalgic feeling of, oh, I remember the old days, I prefer the old days, just because it's the old days, you know. It's like, it's what they grew up on, it's what they're used to. So that's the thing, right? CubeCraft just had their update. It was a disaster, and now Hive is talking about their new update that's going to change a lot. The thing these companies need to realize, and I know that sounds very stupid. Oh yes, these multi-million-dollar companies need to listen to me, of course. The thing they need to realize is that these players are grinding it, and when you change something, you're completely changing what they're doing every day. Okay, they fell in love with a certain formula of the game. Okay, they fell in love with the prices, and it just all fit for them. That's why they play it every day, because it's all just good for them. It just works, right? So when you fiddle around with that and change that, you're really risking messing up that formula, because they already like the formula. That's why they're playing it every day. Now I understand why they're doing this. They're doing this to get new players to come and you know, join in, with the old players staying. But again, that's really hard to do without, like, you know, like, without knowing what you're doing. And I'm not saying they don't know what they're doing. I'm saying it's really risky, because you can never really fully know. Like, CubeCraft probably assumed their update's going to be amazing. Now, one of CubeCraft's biggest mistakes was changing KB. I don't think Hive's going to do that, especially now after they saw CubeCraft's hate that they got for doing that. If you don't know, KB is knockback, and knockback is a big part of PvP, so a lot of the core PvPers who play mainly got really mad. So they never said they were going to change PvP, they just said they were going to change a big aspect, right? Which, I mean, like, come on, dog. There is a Skywars update, but from what I understand, this Treasure Wars update is going to be a lot bigger, a lot more impactful than the Skywars update. Oh my god, my aim is trash. Please die. Oh, well, that was easy. So from what I understand, this update's going to be a lot more impactful on just general gameplay. And I'm just, they really are stepping on thin ice here, because if they don't do exactly a good game, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot, and they're gonna have a CubeCraft situation where players are mad. They're gonna say they're going to other servers. I don't know where the fucking players are gonna go to. Cubecraft is dying. Everyone hates that. If they take down the biggest like game on Hive, and I guess they'll all just go to Skywars. I mean, that's assuming their Skywars update that they're planning is gonna be good. Now, obviously, my opinion on their updates is vastly changed after we saw the Cubecraft update. Now, there is a difference between a regular update to a game like Egg Wars or Treasure Wars and what happened with the 1.20 update with Cubecraft. The difference is, I think they changed way too much key aspects of the game way too fast, and I think that's the problem. They really changed the roots of the game. They didn't just add or maybe nerfed a few things. They literally just changed the whole game. It's a completely different game now. But that's what I'm scared that Hive's gonna do. Like, again, I'm not like that's kind of the problem, because they said it's a big update, right? Like, and they said it's gonna change a lot, right? And it just depends. Like, what do you mean by change a lot? Like, is the Nemo gonna be less overpowered, or are you literally gonna make, well, wait, Nemo's not even in Treasure Wars. I got that confused with Skywars. Well, I guess you could talk about the Skywars update, but you know, is like, I don't know, blocks gonna be cheaper, more expensive? I know in Treasure Wars there's a pretty big rushing. Like, in Treasure Wars it's all just rush, which for you might sound normal, but for someone like me who kind of was in the early days of Treasure Wars before people even knew how to speed bridge, that wasn't really a thing. It was a lot more slow pace, a lot more like, if you rushed, that was kind of like a dick move, like, oh come on dude, really? And now it's just all like, oh, if you don't rush, you're just an idiot, you know? So it's completely different, completely changed. Like, personally, I think they're kind of playing with fire here. They really need to be careful what they change and what they don't change, because if they change too much too fast in the core details of the game, people are just going to be furious. And I think Skywars is going to boom if they do, because they don't really have anywhere else to go, and that's assuming if the Skywars update's good. I mean, I don't think the PvPers are going to go to Murder Mystery or anything, so, you know, they're maybe Zekwa, I don't know, but a lot of console players can't play Zekwa. That's kind of the problem with Zekwa. I don't know why Microsoft doesn't fix that, but sure, I mean, who knows? I mean, something I can say for a fact is, if this Hive update is trash, on par with the Cubecraft update, which is really difficult to be that bad, but let's say it was, right? Microsoft and Mojang is gonna be pissed, okay, because Bedrock makes a huge amount of money for them. So if all these players who spend money on PvP, well, maybe not PvP, but like ranks, server ranks and stuff, start to stop playing the game and buying the ranks, well, then Microsoft's gonna be like, hey yo, what the fuck you doing? You know, like, why did you just shoot our bank account in the foot, bro? Like, what you doing? And they're probably gonna make them change it. I think that's what they're gonna do, because people are forgetting that Cubecraft is a business that is linked with Microsoft. They're partners. That's the whole partner program in Microsoft and stuff. That's the whole thing, you know. It's Cubecraft, a partnered, well, they say featured server, but they're pretty much, oh my god, I fell in my own trap. Oh my god, I fell in my own trap. That is so sad. That actually gave me depression. Okay. Well, anyways, people need to remember that that Microsoft and these featured servers are partnered, and Microsoft does get a share, a cut of the money. Now, obviously, Microsoft has other money avenues. Like, if Minecraft flops dead right now, they're gonna be fine. They're not gonna go bankrupt or anything. But they still probably care, you know, to a certain degree, or at least tell Mojang to do something about it, you know. I mean, why lose money? And, you know, it's just a bad reputation on the game, especially since most people who play Minecraft like every day and stuff, you play PvP or just servers in general, because, you know, you can't really play survival that long. Most people don't really like doing hardcore long survival, so that's just kind of where it ends up being, you know. It's just, that's just how it is. So is the Hive update gonna be as bad as Keeper? I don't know, man. But I don't know. But I do know that they're stepping on thin ice, and they need to be careful. When you're making big changes to servers, you have to be super careful. Like, not just to servers, just to anything in general, like any game, any experience, I guess. I mean, it's like the whole new Coke thing ever, like all over again. They tried to do something fresh, cool, you know, and they ended up making like a lot of hate. Now, it was good for publicity overall, like, but that's probably not what their plan was. I mean, some theorize it was, but I don't know. I mean, maybe that's CubeCraft's idea. I doubt it, because the developers literally seem like they're freaking out right now. But yeah, I mean, that's it. That's the video. I mean, hopefully Hive is gonna have a good update. The Hive players are literally like loving this, seeing all the CubeCraft players cry about how their server sucks now, because if you don't know, there's this long ass feud between Hive and Cube players, so they're just loving this. They're enjoying every single second of all these CubeCraft players being like, fine, Hive is better now. So if they get a really bad update, boy, would that be a weird thing, you know? I mean, like, that would be the two biggest servers on Bedrock just dying. Like, that would be so weird. I can already see like the Java YouTubers being like, how two of the biggest Minecraft Bedrock servers died, you know? It's pretty crazy. But yeah, that's the end of the video. See you later, guys.